Do you really believe that Teofimo Lopez is trash?
No, not at all. Not at all. Teofimo is a good fighter. You know, he's very talented. He's very athletic. You know, he's always rose to the occasion in these big moments like this. But Shakur is just on a whole nother level. And this Saturday, he's going to prove it.
I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability. Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him. That I think Teofimo has the speed, the legs, the quickness, and he's got pop too with it, where he could possibly, I know this sounds ridiculous, but he could possibly match, and maybe even he would have to outmatch him to win. He'd have to be that good, but maybe match Shakur boxing and pull off what would be an upset.
2 days ago, the fight between Stevenson and Lopez.
Great fight.
What fight? Who wins up? Lopez.
So nice, Stevenson.
You know, Stevenson. There's a lot of people going to say that, but people are going to say Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him at a party. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is.
Boxing insiders are delivering their final takes ahead of the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez showdown, and the consensus is clear. This is a fascinating clash of styles. Analysts describe it as a high-level chess match, with many pointing to Shakur's speed and defensive sharpness as a serious test for Lopez's raw power and aggressive instincts.
It's going to be a very, very, very interesting fight with a lot of X factors, a lot of intangibles, a lot of stuff floating around mentally, everything. I think it could be an intriguing fight. I don't know if it'll be a good fight. I don't know if it'll be a scintillating fight. I don't know about that. But I do think it could be.
A large portion of experts believe this fight could turn into a tactical war that stretches the full distance. Rather than an early finish, fans may be treated to a tense, round-by-round battle where adjustments and patience decide the outcome.
People, because you got two different styles. You got an offensive, defensive, in Lopez, and you got a defensive, in Shakur.
Yeah.
So it's gonna see who's gonna win. Is there any way of beating? Because at the moment Shakur doesn't beat him up. No one really giving him that hard day. We've not really seen him in the deep end. But it's gonna be a good fight to see that can Lopez put him in the deep end. And I think he can, and I think he has the power and the technique to even.
Former world champion Amir Khan has gone against the odds by backing Teofimo Lopez. Khan believes Lopez has the confidence, skill set, and ring intelligence to outmaneuver Stevenson. According to him, Teofimo's hand speed, crisp combinations, and ability to think on his feet could create problems that Shakur hasn't consistently faced.
So nice, Stevenson.
You know, Stevenson. There's a lot of people going to say that, but people are going to say Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him at a party. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that toughness is there with Shakur, and if it is there, which I believe it is, because I think it's a fantastic fight. It's one of them that we're all going to have an opinion on who's going to win, but none of us really know, because it's one of the best fights in
the best, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, it really is.
You think about it, look at Lopez. He's fought like some Lomachenko. He beat some great names on the way, man. And I look good against them as well. Maybe his last fight wasn't the best. He made it a little bit tough, harder than it looked, but he's always performed at the high.
Despite Stevenson entering as the favorite, legendary trainer Teddy Atlas believes Lopez has a real path to victory, but only if his mindset is right. Atlas pointed out that Teofimo's focus has wavered in past fights. If Lopez shows up fully committed and mentally prepared, Atlas says he has the tools to make things uncomfortable and possibly pull off a surprise.
It starts for me with Teofimo, where it starts is, where is he mentally? He's up and down. You know, his father, the whole thing, his father's been with him the whole career. Listen, love him, hate him. His father has been part of getting him to these world titles. He's been part of it. Whatever. He has been up and down mentally. Where's he going to be? If he's right, if he's stable, if he's in a good place, he seemed to be in a very good place when he fought Lomachenko. If he's in a good place, I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic.
Atlas went even further, stating that Lopez may be the one fighter capable of pushing Stevenson out of his comfort zone. He believes Teofimo's athleticism and forward pressure could disrupt Shakur's usual control of distance, turning the fight into a genuine contest.
Ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him and could actually turn the tables in a way where he could force Shakur out of his comfort zone to maybe do some things, say, he doesn't want to do, that he's not as
On the opposite side, recently retired pound-for-pound great Terence Crawford has chosen Shakur Stevenson. Crawford says Shakur operates on a different level than many of Lopez's recent opponents and expects him to separate himself clearly on fight night. Crawford also offered advice, urging Stevenson to stay true to himself. He emphasized that Shakur shouldn't overcomplicate things, encouraging him to approach the bout calmly, like just another day at work. According to Crawford, Shakur already knows his capabilities and doesn't need to force anything.
This will look aesthetically. Obviously, in the last fight, Shakur stood his ground a little bit more against William Cepeda. You don't expect him to do that against Teo, do you?
To be honest, I think he's going to do a little bit of everything. You know, I think we're going to see the best Shakur Stevenson come Saturday, and I just feel like, you know, it's going to be too much.
But Teofimo's done well against southpaws. Josh Taylor, Lomachenko, we got these southpaw here. You're a southpaw as well. Do you think Teofimo just has something that other fighters don't have against left-handers, or just think that Shakur's different level of a sniper of a southpaw?
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, Teofimo has done real well against southpaws, but Shakur have done real well against orthodox fighters. Shakur is not the average southpaw that Teofimo has been fighting. You know, so that's why I say Shakur is levels above those fighters that he's been fighting lately.
And that's the reason he's a favorite.
Highest level of the sport, right? You just defeated Canelo Alvarez in front of 70,000 plus, and you've been a big mentor to Shakur Stevenson. I give you a lot of credit for that. What advice have you given him as he goes into the biggest fight of his career?
Oh man, just be yourself. You know, hey, this is another day in the office, another walk in the park. You know, there's no reason to put a lot of pressure on yourself because you know what you're capable of. With the self-belief in yourself, you can do whatever you want in there. And
British welterweight contender Conor Ben shared his hopes for the fight, saying he wants Lopez to come out on top. Ben believes Teofimo's versatility, experience, and proven success make him a dangerous opponent and one of the most exciting fighters in the sport.
Yeah, it was good. Who are you favoring on Saturday night? I hope Teo does it. But I think Shakur will win. But I hope Teo does it. And I think Teo can, if anyone can do it, it'd be Teo.
Why would it be Teo?
Because he's explosive, he's unorthodox, he's tricky, and he's a savage.
What do you think about Shakur talking about Teofimo's dad, that he was on drugs and that he was drunk? What do you think about all that?
He was just having a good time. Let the man live. Let him live, bro.
Former heavyweight champion Shannon Briggs offered a different perspective, suggesting the bout could end in a draw. Briggs sees both fighters winning roughly 6 rounds each, describing it as a tight, technical matchup between two skilled boxers without overwhelming knockout power.
Shakur have to do to win? What does Teo have to do to win?
It's going to be a real technical fight. I think both of them, not tremendous punches. So I'm looking at a 6-6, 6 rounds each, you know what I'm saying? Or a close decision. It's a pick 'em. They both got skills.
What are the rounds that Teofimo wins? What do those rounds look like? Like with his style against Shakur, how does he win the rounds against Shakur?
Staying busy and Shakur, keeping Shakur defensive. If Shakur shows up and he don't let his hands go, then Tio get an advantage. But if Shakur start fast and they both go round for round, that's why I'm saying it's a 6-6, because I think they're going to go round for round.
And you
What a
think,
great fight.
so for Shakur, he needs to kind of pick his spots, box. Is that kind of how you see Shakur winning rounds?
I think Shakur got to be busy, and the busiest man gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be like a back and forth. Counter man, he gonna counter. So who could keep countering and who gonna get tired first?
This is a big one. I mean, this is like one of those where you don't know, right? Like the styles are gonna play out how they do.
It's a pick 'em. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna go back and forth until one of them say, "Yo, I gotta take it to over the mountain."
Fresh off a tough majority decision win over Olympic gold medalist Andy Cruz to retain his IBF lightweight title, Raymond Maratala made his intentions clear. He stated that he wants the winner of Stevenson versus Lopez next, signaling his readiness to challenge the elite once that mega fight is decided.
We're hearing Eddie's told us that it sounds like you're moving up to 140. Is that true? And is there anybody you want in that division?
I would like the winner of Tio and Shakur next week. I'd love the winner of that.
If Shakur is going to drop back down to 35, can you make that fight happen at 35? Does it have to happen at 40?
We'll make that happen too. Whoever wins, whatever weight they want to fight at, I'm there.
Would you be willing to go to New York City to watch that fight and call out either one next week?
I'm calling them out now. I gotta go out there, I'm telling you right now.
What is that? Obviously you just got done winning this fight, but what do you think that fight would look like in the ring? You and Shakur, if he's the one who wins, and I guess Teofimo too, if he's the one that wins.
Yeah, I mean, both those fights are great fights. I think boxing would love that. And that's that. I think it'll be a tremendous fight with either.
What makes this fight so compelling is how different these two fighters are. Stevenson and Lopez bring contrasting styles that promise an intriguing and unpredictable contest. Stevenson is known for his elite technical skill, masterful distance management, and defensive excellence. He relies on footwork, feints, sharp counters, and precise timing to control fights, often setting the pace without needing raw power. His style is calculated and strategic, more like a chess match than a brawl.
Very important fight in the sport of boxing. And what I mean is the best versus the best in their prime, something that needs to be normalized throughout the sport. Now, the matchup itself is a bit tricky. You have two guys with great boxing IQ, one super defensively responsible in Shakur Stevenson. The other, Teofimo, is also super defensively responsible, but they fight in very different ways. Tio's more loose, relaxed, a bit unorthodox. Shakur uses his eyes and his defense to offense very well, and both guys are able to control a fight. But I think there's a key difference here between what can happen and what will in my Shakur. This is why it's so hard to pick against him. Fundamentally, he is almost flawless in terms of what he does with his eyes, how it relates to how he defends, how he controls you with the jab, and then how he does counter you, even if it is mostly point countering. Like, his knockout power isn't the best. We know this. We know he's had trouble with his hands, but he's moving up to 140 pounds. Maybe that size and, him putting on a bit more muscle or a bit more strength could potentially have an effect here at 140. I don't know that it will. I'm just saying it may. It's so hard to break that defense. That's what it is. It's hard to break.
Amir Khan also came to Stevenson's defense regarding criticism of his fighting style. Khan acknowledged that some fans find Shakur's approach less entertaining due to his emphasis on distance control and defense. However, he urged people to appreciate the craft, reminding critics that elite boxing isn't always about wild exchanges, but about intelligence, precision, and ring awareness.
He's gonna have to perform. He knows that this is the mega fight that but I think Shakur seems a little bit more relaxed and calm. Like, he's gonna win this fight. It's gonna be a walk in the park for him. But I know one thing about Lopez is that he always pulls off a.
The great thing about this conversation is that we're just having now. One of us is going to be right, and that's like,
not gonna put no bets on it. One of us is gonna get.
What do you think about the criticism that Shakur gets? Like, people say that he's boring, he's not entertaining.
He's like an Andre Ward style. Andre Ward class fighter. Wasn't really that entertaining, but got the win. I mean, that's what boxing is all about. It's all about.
Mayweather had a slight, aura of that rap around him as well. Like, not them for the boxing purists, like the purists of hardcore boxing. Now, we look at it and appreciate these little movements and the genius stuff that they do in the ring.
Taking it,
maybe the sort of like more casual fan would look at and not appreciate.
Yeah.
I'm saying you've got to be a boxing. Yeah, you've got to be a hardcore boxing fan.
So I used to love watching Andre Ward fight because he was so punch perfect. I watched his footwork, how he moved to the right, to the left. And I trained with him as well, with Virgil. And I used to watch how he trained and how he fought. And I thought, how he puts his hands down and uses it as a defense, and then pulls your hands down and catches you over the top. And them little things.
Yeah.
I look boring, but to a boxing fan and a ex-boxer or a boxer,
you just go, wow,
be like, wow. So
Teddy Atlas also noted that Stevenson may have silenced some critics with his recent performance against William Zepeda. Atlas explained that while Shakur had long been praised for his defense, fans questioned his offensive ambition. In that fight, Stevenson mixed offense with defense more effectively, stepping in, throwing meaningful shots, and holding his ground. According to Atlas, that balance changed perceptions and strengthened Shakur's case as a complete fighter heading into the Lopez matchup.
Ali did what people wanted: this young, talented, brilliant talent, brilliant defensive fighter, brilliant guy at control and range, Olympic silver medalist, quick hands, technically solid. He finally satisfied the critics, and he mixed offense with the defense. He sat down, and instead of moving all the time and punching on the move or on the draw back or traps, you come in 5 inches, he goes back 7, and he counters the crap out of you. He stood his ground, and he punched. And he still got the better of it with the sweet science, being defensively responsible, but without having to be less entertaining. He was more entertaining. He satisfied people. He made people, they said, that's what we wanted in Shakur. And they got it. Now he's a big favorite, or a good favorite. You know the line's better than me, but he's a good favorite.
3-1, over 3-1 favorite, Shakur.
He's a big favorite.
So the question remains, will Shakur Stevenson's technical mastery and range control neutralize Lopez's power and aggression? Or will Teofimo defy expectations and pull off a massive upset? Let us know your prediction in the comments below.